We're fucking live!
Pretty good, brother.
Little Rocky.
Hell yeah.
Little Rocky.
Damn.
Only took fucking 15 hours straight.
Beat that Slash.
What are you working on?
That was the Carcass one?
Yeah. Yeah. That's the one I've been fucking... Jesus, dude. I've played for like that for 3 hours a night for like 5 fucking days straight, dude.
Put it on, man. That's awesome, man.
It's almost there.
That's the practice that it takes to do what you want to do.
for
It
me,
is for real.
yeah. For me.
Yeah. for everyone.
GP episode 21.
21.
Another special episode today. We got us another guest, another interview. On me.
We got our buddy Tyler from the Wichita band, correct?
Yep.
Entropic.
Still based out of Wichita.
Super
Sick.
heavy metal. Super awesome. Super excited to have him here. He is the drummer.
Yep.
Here on Guitar Practice.
We'll get a drummer
Which
on
I'm okay
guitar
with.
practice. Yeah.
I think we had a producer last time.
Yeah.
I think
We're versatile.
whoever wants to
we
show
are
up, we
versatile.
like.
You gotta keep them guessing.
Hell yeah. Well, this will be another fun episode. We'll do a lot of talking. Probably not a whole lot of guitar playing, but stick around to the end, and I'm sure we'll have a nice little jam session or something.
Yeah, for sure. We'll see if our room can take a drum set.
Yeah, we got a baby drum
snare
set.
drum.
And the
This
neighbors.
was the easiest load-in that I've had in like 17 years.
Jesus, dude.
Damn, dude.
And I
I
had
mean-
help.
Normally, it's like, how many fucking pieces in your drum set? Individually, like 20, 30?
Well, 5 shells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 stands. 10 or 11 cymbals.
Jesus Christ.
pedals.
Well, at least that's all.
Yeah. Well, usually guitar players and stuff, vocalists, they're very, very busy before and after a show.
Really?
Yeah, they get pretty
Yeah.
busy.
Yeah.
So it's usually just one person making like 10 trips.
Hell yeah, dude.
But I mean, in their defense, man, they got a lot of stuff to break down after shows.
Yeah.
You know, part of the time they're getting bothered by not bothered. They're getting talked to by other people.
Yeah, you know.
You're like, hey, man.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
So you've done like the whole deal, right? You've been on tour, on the road for a lot of years. You've done local stuff, not local stuff.
Like mini tours. Like I've played Tulsa a couple times, Kansas City a couple times, all over Kansas. I actually never made it down to like OKC, but I will.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're excited. We're trying to bring back kind of the culture here. That's why we've been really trying to go to local shows and really see what's around here and
the
really push
promotion.
the local bands so that,
You
you
have
know,
to.
with people who have something that they really worked on, and I mean, who knows? You know, with no support, would fucking any band ever make it without local support?
No.
You know, it's kind of
No,
where
no,
everybody starts. You know,
It doesn't matter how good you are. If you don't have a following, you're not going to sell anything.
that's it. And who's gonna pay for the tour? Who's gonna send you to fucking L.A.? Who's gonna send you to fucking Europe tour
Gotta
without
have fans.
you know,
Nobody.
the people that listen to them? You know,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. That's why it's a true story, man. Whenever you go to a live show or whatever, and they're like, hey, man, buy our merch. We need gas money. Like, they're not bullshitting.
yeah, no,
Like, seriously, that's probably how they're going to eat. That's definitely how they're going to get, or they're going to get to the next show, and they're probably not going to eat much.
fucking hell.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk more about that. This is we normally start the show off with talking about those local shows. Me and Tyler actually went to one last weekend. It was The Depraved, which is a local black metal band. If you like black metal, check them out. And Orbit Culture, the Swedish band that, from what I saw from them, just tore a fucking hole in the sky. I mean, their sound was impeccable. Everything was super balanced. The lights, the artwork on the stage, the banners and everything. The general energy was just so high amperage. It was fucking amazing, especially for a little venue like Beer City. If one of your bands that you like are playing either Beer City or 89th Street, I highly recommend it because the venues are small. So even if you're not in the front, you're kind of in the front.
Yeah, still in your face.
It was,
Yeah.
it was a super sick venue.
Loved it.
My favorite part was when I was walking up and I seen the line. Just the support. Like, that was my favorite part.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Orbit Culture fucking tore the roof off that thing.
That place was
Like,
pretty much packed.
sick. But it was the people that impressed me the most.
Yeah.
Like, it was a good showing for Oklahoma City.
Hell yeah. Upcoming local shows. We already talked about Crowbar in Wichita, November 23rd. We got news that Black Flag is coming to Oklahoma City at Beer City. So if you're a punk rock fan, or what genre would you call that?
Yeah, let's
Let's
play
say punk.
It's like OG punk.
Yeah,
It's
like
the original.
Like
The
the raw
Roots.
punk.
Yeah, yeah.
But they're going to be here in December at Beer City, which is where we saw Orbit Culture. Highly recommend.
Do you know who
Highly
they're coming
recommend.
with?
I do not.
I think something like the Screams or some shit.
I thought it was the Queers, honestly.
It was the Queers.
Is it the
actually.
Queers?
It is the
I
Queers.
didn't want to say that without knowing.
Black Flag and the Queers. They will be here.
Other local
You
shows.
got to get one of
I
those
think-
shirts.
Queers.
I'll
I'll wear it, dude. What was it? August 11th is Sharkbite Media's big 1-year
Yeah.
anniversary show.
Yeah.
Is it at 89th?
No, it's at some kind of theater. Some
Oh,
kind of
yeah,
theater.
we looked that up. Yeah, some sort of theater with a brewery by it and shit.
Oh, that's cool.
I bet it'll
Yeah.
be cool. It looks like 6 bands, I think.
Did you post it on our
Not yet.
shit?
Not yet.
We'll post it on our shit after the episode. Yeah, give us a pause for a minute.
I think it's real important to keep these local shows going, kind of like we're talking about. Like Tyler said, it's literally their gas money and fucking food bills. You know what I mean?
For sure.
It's how these people are eating and staying alive. You know?
Yeah, because at least the openers probably are not getting like a flat rate pay. You know what I mean? They're probably not getting paid off the bar. They're probably not paid a guaranteed amount.
That's interesting.
in my experiences, and I'm not saying it's everyone's experiences, but like the headliner will get paid, and that's how they divvy out the money if they choose to.
Oh,
Okay.
damn.
Wow.
Shit.
You
I
know
didn't
what I
know
mean?
that.
Yeah. Go to local shows. Buy the
Yeah.
T-shirt. Seriously. It really helps these guys out. If you like what you're hearing, fund it. I mean, it's just that simple, you know? If you like a certain band, they're not going to grow without, you know, financials. Shit costs money. Guitars cost money. Amps cost money. You can find
Yeah.
great deals. Touring, I don't even want to know. I'm sure you'll be able to explain more of that. Any kind of recording costs a fuckload of money. I mean, it all just costs money. So if you have something you like, it's in my belief that you should fund it. Besides, the T-shirts are cool. I'm
They're
just
usually
saying.
pretty neat. Some of these real small
Yeah.
bands, you know, it's like handmade stuff. And,
Yeah.
You know,
And
so
oddly, the last you like 20 years.
yeah.
Every tour shirt I've had has lasted me like fucking forever, dude.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
got
when
a
you,
Hank Jr. shirt from '95, dude. I didn't even go to that show.
It's still kicking.
Yeah.
Hell
yeah, that's a big thing. Whenever you go to put in merch orders, you'll get different kind of shirt options. So there's quality. Like you can go like a cheaper stylish shirt that's not gonna last as long.
Yeah, like the screen printer will all fucking wash off if you wash it without not cold water.
Made that mistake
Oh,
and
fuck, dude.
selling them, and yeah, it's just like the last merch order we put in. Like we got a selection between like 11 different styles
Yeah.
of shirt. So
Hell yeah.
how I usually judge it, they're like if it's a band I've never seen, like I won't buy something at first. Like I'll make sure I like them. Like if I really like them, like I'm buying like more than one thing.
Yeah,
know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah.
Like I'll load it up.
Yeah, well, that just makes sense. These guys work really hard to put together a show. It takes long hours of practice. A lot of, 5 people in the same room is hard when you're not getting paid right off the rip.
Yeah.
There's motivations. People got their families, all this and that. Support them. It helps. They worked really hard. Speaking of working, this is the working on segment. What are we working on? Everybody heard what I've been working on for the past fucking week
Jesus
straight.
Christ.
That was a big one, man. That's a big one.
It
I'm
was so
proud of you for
fucking
that.
hard,
That's sick.
dude. I still fucking fucked it up there at the end a little bit, but
I know you can do it, so whatever.
it's there.
Yeah, people will hear it soon enough.
I think
They'll
I'm
hear it
gonna-
just flawlessly soon enough.
I
It was pretty good though.
It
I'll
wasn't
give you
bad.
that.
I'm gonna let that one relax for a while.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
I
want.
got you.
I want to pick another song now.
Getting a
I'm
little
fucking done with
insane over it.
Yeah,
Hearing that shit in your sleep.
yeah. It's one of those where it's like you love a song, you learn to play it, you learn to hate it, and then you let it relax for a year. Don't think about it. Don't listen to it. Come back to it. Okay, yeah, I remember this. This is cool because I
still
don't
like
have
this.
to grind
Yeah.
up. Yeah. But that's what I've been working on. A song called Black Star by a band called Carcass out of Great Britain, I believe. Somewhere in the EU. I
I
believe.
couldn't tell you.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
What have you been working on, Brain?
I've been working on my technique, right? So I've been adding in some songs to the technique I've been doing, right?
Yeah.
So like the intro to One from Metallica, right? Just
Yeah.
been fucking with that a little bit, right? Kind of, it doesn't necessarily challenge my. Well, it doesn't really challenge my picking or fretting hand necessarily individually,
Yeah.
but kind of adding them together. There's weird little parts in there that are like interesting for me. And then also I really like that Schism tool
Yeah.
riff. So I've been cleaning that up just a little bit. Been enjoying that.
It's nice. That's a
That's
good
fun.
riff. It's the transitions that really make a song,
Yeah.
Like one riff is just like a building block, but if you can't stick 2 bricks together, you're never going to build anything. The transition is really, especially if it's a really, like in metal, really fast-paced transition where there's maybe a really slow breakdown and then like a really, really ramped up tempo.
Yeah.
It's exciting. It's cool. It's what makes the song, enjoyable. But transitions, sometimes transitions are fucking harder to play than the actual riffs that you already learned. That's
Yeah.
transferring. And I've talked about that before.
I normally work on like the arpeggio and Civil War, that's kind of like my go-to, right?
Yeah.
But I've been trying to work a little bit more on the arpeggio from Cemetery Gates by Pantera.
Yeah.
that one's got some tough switches in
What do you
there.
think is harder? Civil War, Cemetery Gates, arpeggio.
Cemetery Gates, like all
sure.
day. Yeah, you go from like a bar chord that you have to bar, otherwise nothing comes through,
Yeah.
to the chords that don't really exist. Right? For the arpeggio, it's weird. All right.
Yeah, well, he wasn't a slouch, dude.
I'm telling you, like none of it is like core mechanics, right?
For
When
sure.
it comes to your fretting hand, really.
Yeah.
But versus like the Civil War, like you're fretting you're fretting an E minor and a G.
So it's not as much like pressure and accuracy.
It's not as much
required.
pressure. The accuracy, I mean, it's accuracy, right? It's still like an actual chord, right? Like you got to be accurate between the switches.
Yeah.
But it's like super bass chords that you're doing an arpeggio in, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know. I think Civil War is a little easier, and I'm happy that I started with that arpeggio because I feel like I have that one down pat.
It sounds good when you
Yeah.
play it. It sounds good.
Yeah, I got it down pat. But Cemetery Gates, man, I could I will fuck that up.
You want to bomb it?
Sure.
Hell yeah, dude. Fire up the guitar. Bomb a riff. This is real life, kids. This is really how it works. You fail a lot.
I don't know what the... Hang on, listen to my volume real quick. It's my clean channel. We didn't test my
I
clean
never
channel.
tested my clean channel. I wasn't really planning on using it today.
It's pretty quiet.
All right, well, I'll just do it in a gross, dirty channel.
Did the Black Star revert back to its original volume? Is that a little better?
No.
It's definitely louder. It's still quiet compared to his, though.
That's all right. People will hear it or they won't.
Technical
I don't really
difficulties.
care.
Yeah, go ahead.
whatever. And also, this is with like distortion. This is supposed to be clean, right? So I don't know what this is gonna sound like, but
Send it, dude. Fuck it.
I super fucked that up.
You're dialing it in
Getting
though.
closer. Yeah.
Yeah, you're dialing it in for sure. You have the chord patterns.
It sounded good
pretty
on
much
clean
down.
when you were playing it earlier.
Yeah, it sounded really good on clean. I'm also on a recording now, so
Yeah. Where you
Does
can
things.
hear every sin you've ever fucking
Yeah,
committed
dude.
in life, dude.
yeah. I'm on a recording. My channel doesn't sound right. Like I got a lot of
dude.
things working against me.
I will figure it out before the end of the
Like you said
episode.
earlier, man, that's why it's practice.
Yeah, dude.
You just don't wake up and be good.
Nah, dude. This is guitar.
Dude,
Guitar
This
practice.
isn't-
This is Guitar Super Pro Masters.
This isn't guitar.
Fucking-
We could teach
like-
Zach Wild how to play. This is
I'm
guitar practice.
dude, I'm constantly working on stuff, dude. Like,
What have you
I've
been
been-
working on?
What are you working on? Let's hear
well,
it.
currently, my guitar players have sent me some riffs of a song, and every time they send them to me, I'm like, man, this is gonna be so hard to play. And then, like, I'll give it like a week,
Yeah.
2 weeks, and then I'm like, okay, that wasn't so bad. But like you guys are saying, like, what's harder? Like the fast stuff is in my wheelhouse, but this stuff they sent me is pretty slow,
Really?
and I'm struggling. Like I struggle with the slow stuff.
You're also writing your own stuff too, right? So you're having to use your brain power to
Yeah, well, I
kind of
wouldn't
make something to fit with it.
Yeah, I
too.
mean, I guess brain power, dude. It's just like all feel like whatever I'm feeling, like I just do it. And everything that I do, I video record myself, even in our live practices when we're writing, and I never delete it. Right?
Ooh, so you have like a fucking terabyte of shit that you've done in,
Oh,
in
yeah,
your
my
career
phone.
where it's like, oh, let me fucking check back.
Well,
on
yeah,
this.
with this band, like Librium, the band I was in for 13 years, that's how I would write. But I played for that stuff for so long that I could probably hear it again. Give me like an hour, and I can probably play that shit.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
But the
That's
entropic
fucking
stuff,
Sick.
the entropic stuff is a little newer to me, so I stay more practiced up on it.
Okay.
But like I said, since I moved here, we decided not to break up. So we decided to make it work. So that's what we're doing. Like I practice through a file called Dropbox,
Yeah.
where they record all of their guitar tracks that they write on Reaper, and they just send me a file in Dropbox. So I'll write to that stuff with my earbuds, and then
Then you record
We'll
the
see.
video, and
We'll
then you're
see.
like testing.
I mainly do the videos when they show up.
Okay.
That way I have a reference point for when they're gone.
That makes sense.
Sick.
So
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what I do. And that's kind of how I write. But yeah, the slower stuff's mainly the stuff that's hard for me.
Gotcha. So you're working on that.
I'm working on. So
Slowing down, keeping good rhythm.
No, I mean, yeah, I think writing's fun.
Yeah.
Like, but dude, I've been playing drums since I was steadily 13. I'm 37, and I still practice. So
Yeah.
don't ever stop practicing.
You
Important.
can't.
Like
Don't
you
be
have
a
to.
slouch.
Like you don't want to stay stagnant, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if you don't ever know anything.
As you see, if a band only came out with one song, how exciting is it going to see them a second time?
Dude, I'm still I still YouTube stuff. I'm learning so much from new drummers right now.
Some crazy ones out there.
Just the level of drumming that I got to keep up with. Like when I came back after taking 3 years off, I was like, wow, these guys are really good. You know what I mean? And now I'm having to bring my level up like even more than, 13 years ago.
That applies to guitar like insanely. Like there's so many, like I remember 10 years ago, like Steve Vai was the man, Dimebag was obviously the man, Zach Wilde was the man. Now if you go on YouTube, which is part of the reason why we started this show, if you go on YouTube and just browse through the YouTube guitarists, they are so fucking insane. Like
they're so good.
to the point where it's like, I don't even know if that's reachable.
Doesn't seem achievable.
It doesn't
to
seem
a lot
like
of
it's
people.
real.
Yeah, no.
Well, with the internet, you can see every guitarist that's ever created a video or like we're doing, like, a podcast or whatever. And so many of them are just so good. There's new techniques coming out like every fucking month now. New gear, new this, new that, new songs. And they're always harder and harder and harder. Kind of like, when metal first began, it was just faster and louder and faster and louder and faster and louder and more complicated. And now it's even faster and even more complicated, and we're adding more strings and we're adding
technicality. Dude. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I would say like at this era in time, like if you are at home practicing and you do want to start a band and you want to do something with it, like you better bring your shit.
Yeah.
Like, you better be ready. You better be tight. You better be not bullshitting because the next band is not going to be bullshitting.
No.
It's crazy.
It's gotta be a
Like if you
commitment.
think you're so
Yeah.
fucking good, like keep practicing.
Yeah.
Be so
Because
fucking
you will
better.
be. The music industry will humble you, and I mean humble you super fucking fast.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah.
You know what I
I've
mean?
seen it. Well, you've seen the band Polyphia?
Yeah.
Like when I first saw was it Tim Henson, that guitarist, I was like, what the fuck is actually going on? And then he wrote a song and then Steve Vai was in it. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Dude,
this kid's 20.
I like that shit though, man.
It's
When I
fucking
see those
amazing.
fucking young kids and these other bands and they just got sick fucking drummers, like all I want to do is practice. Like nothing motivates me more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, I want to
Gotcha.
be on that mountain.
But do not be fooled, children. That is ours. That's not a talent. I mean, maybe you have a little bit of an aptitude, maybe an ear for music, but I promise
Fucking
you.
triple jointed or some
that-
shit.
Yeah. I promise, beyond a shadow of a doubt, what you see on YouTube is hours and hours of grinding. And
Years.
Realistically, years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking years of
You
grinding.
can't break it down into hours.
Yeah,
That's
it's
true.
thousands of
Years.
hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Years. I mean, just time.
Well, Nate,
You know.
you spent 10,000 hours this last week practicing some stuff, yeah?
Pretty much.
Yeah, what have you been working on? Nate?
on, brother?
Dude, man, I fucking mainly the Black Keys, this song called Elevator.
Okay.
I heard them on Joe Rogan. I forgot I really liked their shit. So I started trying to pick that up. It's nothing crazy complicated. I'm just trying to tell my buddy to get back into guitar and kind of give him a song where I'm like, look,
Gotcha.
Okay.
try this shit. Just he's a little stuck in a box about some shit.
Yeah.
Well, that is
But-
motivating, dude. One of the best motivators for me personally to practice is obviously this podcast because we're fucking recording every week.
Because
We're fucking live!
Yeah, because we're live, like we said. We don't do post edits or anything like that. So what you hear out of the guitar is what really happened. You know?
Dude,
yeah, for real.
I mean, personally, I didn't think it was like obtainable, like on a serious level. I thought like you could be as great as you wanted to. You can't do anything with it really, unless you're like a god, pretty much. But seeing like my first few local bands and shit, like just like little small
Yeah.
Some of those guys are still just fucking people. You know what
I
I
was
mean?
like, this isn't crazy complicated, but
Yeah.
they have killer groove. You know what I mean? They got shit.
There's no limit to how good you want to be.
yeah,
Like,
that's true.
just practice.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to be that good, just practice. Like you were saying about the Black Keys, like, one of my, like, main influences for years that I will, like, rabbit holes fucking videos, and there's nothing more I want to do but practice after I watch him, and that's Carter Buford from Dave Matthews. And I've played metal my whole life.
And you're just like,
you know what I
dude.
mean? And that dude is so sick.
I'll tell you
with it.
something about Dave
He is
Matthews
sick with
playing the fucking guitar. Some of his chords are like 9 frets wide. Like, it's nuts. And he just makes shit up. Like, he's insanely good, and it's all on acoustic.
Like freestyle.
Yeah. It's all on acoustic, too. It's not
That's so
like
tough.
super loose strings or anything like that. Like, it is legit, dude.
Like, he has to have a good drummer.
Yeah.
Like Carter Buford.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that dude's nasty.
His bassist is fucking wild, too.
Oh, yeah.
All
The
of his
bassist, the
guys.
saxophone player.
Yeah,
They're all
yeah.
fucking
yeah,
good,
yeah.
man.
They're fucking sick.
Nate, you want to rip something?
Bomb time, baby. Let's hear it,
Bomb
dude.
City.
Fucking bomb time.
Let's hear it, man. What are you gonna play?
Play Elevator.
All right.
Elevator by the Black Keys.
As best I can.
Yeah. Gotta get set up over here.
Well, here's the thing, though. If you're not bombing, you're not pushing yourself.
That's true.
This is true.
Like, it's fact.
I'm going to attempt the solo. I think that's where the bombing runs
You
at.
got it, dude.
Dude, there have been times like my guitar players send me a riff, and I'm like, dude, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to play that fast. And they're just like, you are going to. And I'm like, oh, fuck off.
You
know
will.
what I mean? But you know what? I do. And I tell them all the time, I'm like, you guys fucking push me. And then, you know, they reply with the same thing. They're like, no, you're pushing us.
Yeah.
So it's like, dude, it's a good group of guys, man. We just push each other.
I highly
We're making each other better.
I highly recommend anybody getting into music, find other people, because it really fucking helps, dude.
That you get
It
along with.
really helps.
Is that like
that you get along with. That's a good point. Yeah.
Is that like the main point of cohesion? Just everybody's got to be kind of hardcore about it. You got to be able to feel like you're really in it with a group, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the long distance stuff, like they have to trust that I'm doing my part, like when no one's looking.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
I mean-
literally, or like, yeah.
Otherwise, they're gonna show up. They're gonna drive 2 hours. I'm gonna drive 2 hours of practice, and then
Be in the same.
I'm not
fucking
even gonna
spot
be
you
able to
were.
play this set. You know,
Yeah,
and
that's
they're gonna be like, well, who the like, what the fuck, man?
yeah. What have
Like
you
you
been
got to
doing?
do it on your own, dude. And I have 3 fucking kids and a wife and a full-time job, bro.
But
and
you
I
still get it.
still fucking make
Yeah,
it work,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah. All right, Nate. Rip something, dude. Sick.
That wasn't much of a bomb.
wasn't much of a bomb.
That was
Well,
great.
And I learned that all off of a guitar tab, so
You can.
mine.
You can do
Mine.
that. You can transcribe it.
I kind of wish I had a 6-string now, though.
A 6-string bass?
Yeah, that was. If
That
I had
just-
that, I felt like
Doesn't
I
that
could.
just get lower?
I don't know. Maybe one lower, one higher.
I just don't do a good job of like rearranging the tabs properly, so that
Yeah.
always fucks with me. Like I was trying to do Cat Scratch Fever. And
Rip that.
I was like,
Riff
dude,
it.
all right,
I wanna hear
I
that,
just know
too.
the riff. I just know.
Yeah,
the
let's hear the riff.
Play the riff.
riff for the most part.
That's sick,
Essentially,
Dude,
essentially.
That's
Fun fact: that's the first full song I ever learned how to play on drums.
Cat Scratch Fever?
I swear to
crazy,
God,
dude.
dude.
That's
I
crazy,
promise,
dude.
Are
man.
you shitting me?
Yeah, that was probably the first full song that I learned how to play on drums.
Wow.
I don't know. I was probably like 12 or 13.
That's awesome.
I was in the fucking in my
That's
dad's
sick.
trailer house with towels draped over my kit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, I just had my fucking old school like Walkman with a CD player. I had the fucking Great Gonzo's album.
Oh shit.
And
dude.
fucking yeah, dude, that was the first song I ever learned, and I just learned it. That was before YouTube or anything. I was just straight listening to it like a million
Like,
times.
That's awesome.
That is a benefit. I told, we're old. I'm 7,000 years old now.
Yeah, dude.
But, Brain just got into guitar, what? Like pretty much when the podcast started?
yeah, like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Nate's been playing bass for a while.
Yeah, it's been
But-
like here and there, right? You've had a lot of people drop out trying to play with you. Yeah.
Well, I tried to do guitar for like a year or two,
Mm-hmm.
and I just never really.
Yeah.
I just didn't have the feel for it. And I wanted a bass for a long time, so I got a really shitty one
Yeah.
and rode with that ever since.
Having a project, man, keeps you motivated.
Yeah,
like
but what I was
5
saying
years.
is the fucking, like, with the amount of, now, albeit incorrect, tablature that's out on the internet,
We'll just say resources.
Yeah.
the amount of resources now is like, it towers above when I started.
Well, you had tabs when you started. It was just carved in stone.
Stop, dude.
Well, Nate and I was talking earlier before this started, and I was like, yeah, the cool thing about now is like you don't have to be at practice to practice. Like, you know what I mean? If you wanted to learn the song, you had to be at practice 3 times a week and then remember it for, when you go back.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
what-
now it's so easy. Practice is so easy now.
So you guys literally
I
just
just
use
take a video.
Dropbox. They record on a Dropbox from Reaper. They put it in the Dropbox. Then, no matter where you are, you listen to it, and then you do your thing.
I
And then
can-
whenever y'all get together, it's like, do you remember it? Yes. All right, let's
Yeah,
rip it,
dude.
and then you fucking send it.
Yeah, and they've been working on shout out all the songs we have wrote. Every song they've sent me, they've built a click for me to play.
What does that mean?
Or I will, when I go, like I'll help them build a click. It's only happened a couple times. They're usually very, very good about making the clicks.
What do you mean by click? What is that?
Like a
For-
metronome?
for the audience. We're not drummers.
A metronome
So
to keep you in time. So basically, if they send me like a blank riff, like, and I'm listening to it, like I'm gonna play it to what I think the speed's gonna be, but maybe they had something else in mind, like they wanted this riff slower or this riff faster. So I prefer them to just send it to me, like I'm talking about like a new song, like a new riff that I've never heard.
yeah.
I'd rather just have it on a click. So yeah, it'd just be like the guitars with like a, or if it's faster, it'd be like,
Okay. So you overlay the metronome with the guitar riff, and
Right.
then you go off of the click while still listening to the.
yeah. So I'll be listening to the riffs, and then but I'll still have the click going also, to stay in time, whatever time they
in
want me
case
to be
they're
in.
throwing like weird triplets or anything like that.
I
or
mean,
doing
some-
offbeat stuff, or it just
Yeah,
helps you stay
and-
online.
Yeah, and then sometimes you're just like, do what you want.
Yeah,
We'll write the click later. Let's write the song, and then we'll figure out what the click is.
I
Nice.
got you. Hey, I got to piss.
Piss
boy. Pause it.
We're back. We back.
I will say, Heavy, I like your shirt.
Yeah. Well,
Sick.
I kind of bought it from you guys.
Well, help pay for something.
Hey man,
Trip down here, hopefully.
that shit costs money. Yeah. Hopefully, a fucking
Yeah.
a show
Yeah.
down here. That'd be sick.
Did you guys draw that or like get an artist?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was kind of a compilation between my bass player and my guitar player that is vocals.
They look great.
I think they kind of designed the logo.
Yeah, it looks sick, dude. It looks like sides and shit.
You know what I really like about
Yeah,
the
we
logo?
sold 38 in like a week
That's fucking amazing.
Wow.
without playing shows.
Wow.
It's good. What I really
Yeah,
like
dude.
about the logo is, and don't take this the wrong way, death metal people, it does not look like a bundle of sticks that is barely legible. Okay,
We had the option. We made an executive decision.
I like
It's
it.
a good decision.
It's
Yeah.
fucking unique.
Yeah.
It drives the point
symmetrical.
home.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bold
looks
but
really good.
basic.
We're gonna make Tyler link some of the socials so you guys can go check out some of this stuff that we're talking about. Like
Yeah.
merch and all that.
Yeah.
Buy it all.
Yeah, you can message us and it'll be for sale.
Absolutely.
Take your credit card out and get
Yeah.
every bit of it.
We'll sell it to anybody.
Yeah.
Fuck
wait,
yeah.
wait till the end and we'll have that linked so you guys can go check it out.
Hell yeah. All right, ready for some tough questions? I kind of already bombed out my first question. What was the first song you learned on drums?
Oh,
Tell us about your first drum kit. Tell us about that.
Oh
'Cause you
man.
got a fucking nice one in here right now.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yes,
a pro, but I
so-
see Pearl and it looks fucking nice.
Yeah, so I'll just say my dad's passed away already, but my dad was a drummer, and we ran on some hard times.
Yeah.
I mowed yards for like a long fucking time to buy this. It was a Thor. It was a 5-piece Thor, had 2 crashes, a ride, and a hi-hat. I mowed yards and save up like $150, bro.
Yeah.
Bought this drum set, was playing drums, and then like I would be like, Dad, teach me how to play drums, man. So he would just like get behind the kit and he'd be like, just do this. And I'm like, okay. So then, pushing forward, that's what I just learned from my Walkman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So no, dude, I like went to my grandma's for the week, and I came home on the week. And I'm like, hey, Dad, where's my drum set? He's like, it's in the pawn shop. I was like, motherfucker, dude. So then I was like, you know what? When I grow up, I'm gonna buy a fucking sick kit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a super nice kit.
That you did, huh?
Yeah. It's, it
Tell
was
us about
very
your current setup. What
I'll
are you
put it
running
this
right
way:
now?
like, when my wife and I were dating, it got to the point like she'd be like, "Are you ever gonna ask me to marry you?" And I was like, "I gotta finish my kit."
Oh, Jesus.
That's a true story. Before I could
Legend.
afford the ring, man,
Legend.
I had to get my music right.
How to get your drum set.
Bass.
But
That's
dude,
metal, brother.
she
That's commitment.
she is the fucking MVP behind every project I've ever done.
That's fucking
That's
awesome.
legit.
Like, dude, seriously. Like she's
God.
They don't make angels often,
No.
but when they do,
they don't, man.
lucky man.
Yeah.
You
That's
had one
fucking
stick
badass.
with you while you finished your kit and waited for a ring the whole time. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, and let me travel and let me be gone all those long nights for
God,
practice and
Yeah.
studio and
How crazy.
I mean she's doing it now still.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
God bless her.
I just moving to Oklahoma City like did not make it easy. It didn't make it any easier, that's for sure. Playing
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
That's true.
So I mean, yeah, she's a fucking MVP, dude. Like,
Yeah, God bless her. That's fucking awesome.
But no, my kit, dude, I got the standard 5-piece. It's like I don't know what my bass is, like inches wise. But I do a 10, a 12, a 14-inch tom, 14-inch snare, 14-inch hats. I have an 8-inch splash, a 10-inch splash, 16-inch crash, 18-inch crash, 14-inch crash, 18-inch China, 12-inch China. And Pearl Eliminator pedals that I've had since like 2006 that are fucking road dogs.
Badass, dude.
I've always thought about upgrading them, but dude, it feels like I'm walking on water.
Really?
Like still, yeah, I just keep them greased, and dude, they're so sick, so smooth.
I feel like there's a lot more maintenance when it comes to a drum set versus a guitar.
Some are dusting,
A lot of dusting?
tuning. Yeah, and tuning, getting your sound right, and then the sticks I use are a Signature Series Vic First Steve Gadd, which is a jazz drummer. I don't know, they just work best for me. They're extremely expensive, but that's what I like,
If
man.
that's what you run, that's what you run.
I
How
mean,
long have you
I
ran
mean,
those sticks?
price wise, like if the sticks are nothing.
How much
compared
is
to
a
everything
pair of sticks?
else. They're about $7 per stick, so they're about $15 a pair.
It's not bad.
And how long do they last?
That's 50-50.
Depends on if you're beating the living shit out of them or
Yeah, it
what.
depends on the angle you're hitting them at. I mean, I've had them last for 2 measures. I've had them last for 2 months.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
And you've been running those particular sticks for like that brand, make, model, whatever.
Yeah, the exact same stick for probably 12 years with Librium, and the whole time I've been in Entropic.
Wow.
So we'll call it 15 years.
It's pretty
If
sick.
it
man.
works, if it ain't
Yeah.
broke, don't
That's
fucking
awesome.
fix it. you
Dude,
know?
and I say, I cut the first year with Librium because I was experimenting. Like, I was just trying to find the stick that I liked.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of got these, and I never looked back. And they're black, so they're cool. They fit metal.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look good.
Black is metal.
I've seen,
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen, at least, I might be tripping, but I feel like I've seen some of these drummers, they like wrap their stick.
Some wrap them with like a grip wrap.
What's the point? Just to hold on to
Grip.
them better while they're doing crazy
Yeah,
stuff?
grip or-
You just don't prefer it or what? Yeah.
No, and then like some of my favorite drummers wear gloves.
Really?
Interesting.
Yeah, like Art Cruz from Lamb of God, a big influence for me. He wears gloves.
I fucking
And
love
I
that
just-
band.
I've never tried it, so I don't want to knock it like too much. But it's probably safe to say that I'm probably never going to try to do it.
Yeah.
Because I'm just comfortable. I like to be able to feel them.
Well, we were
Yeah.
talking about your seat the other day. I mean, a 1/4 inch difference in your seat height is absolutely just rocking your world, right? So
That was wild, yeah, dude. I don't know. I was in Guitar Center getting some sticks, and I've had the same seat for like since 2005, right? A little PDP.
Yeah.
Wow.
And dude, that cushion was getting pretty thin.
Not great.
Right, so we would get done at practice, and I would tell my guitar players, I'm like, dude, my fucking tailbone is killing me. And, you know, after a couple hours of practicing, anyways, I was there and at Guitar Center, and I was like, I'm going to buy a new seat. I owe it to myself. So I bought it, and I took it to practice, and I was playing the first song, the second song, and I was just making, like, little miscues. Like, just not making my rolls right, like, getting my sticks stuck on on the upstroke. On a cymbal, where I was like missing my cymbals, like it just felt way off. And those dudes were like, dude, you look way taller behind your kit. And I was like, way taller. So I got off and I like put my seats next to each other. And dude, it was like a 1/4 inch difference.
Holy shit.
Like my feet felt great because my legs weren't at such an angle. So I felt like I could kick faster, but my hands were just totally fucked.
Wow.
Like I would try to blast and just that 1/4 inch of my snare being lower, like I was just cramping.
Wow.
So long as we're sure, like I switched. I had my old seat with me, so I just finished practice with the old seat.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get home, and then they came down Saturday, and I was like, I was planning on working on it the week before they got there, but a bunch of shit happened, so I didn't have no time to play drums. And anyways, I just kind of raised everything a 1/4 inch, which since 2005, I've been playing my kit the exact same way.
Really?
Wow.
Exact same setup. And yeah, dude, I just had to go through each stand and raise it a 1/4 inch. Each tom rack a 1/4 inch.
Jesus 19
Everything was a
years,
1/4 inch.
And you
It's
haven't
crazy.
adjusted it.
Right. Crazy. I think it made me better.
Well, I mean, if you can kick faster.
I'm way faster with my hands. Like everything just feels so clean and smooth. Like we finished our practice on Sunday, and yeah, dude, we were all three like worth it.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Like I was like, and my ass is comfortable.
That's awesome.
Big
You know what I
plus.
mean?
Yeah.
It's important.
I just feel like I'm just like flowing
Yeah.
with that thing. Like it's sick.
Well, you're saying you're feeling like you're much better. Yeah. So in the future, if you guys ever hear a drum track on our thing, more than likely it's going to be something that Tyler sends us.
Yeah, dude, for
Possibility.
sure.
That'd be sick. I
Yeah,
wish
it'd
we
be
could fit a
sweet.
drum set in here.
Dude, it'd be sweet.
It'd be fucking
tough.
badass, dude.
Yeah, dude, I definitely some backing tracks for you guys.
That'd be
That'd
sick.
be-
We really like the kind of keep it live, no robot drums kind of thing.
Dude, years ago,
Keep it pure.
in Wichita, man, Wichita, some really good rappers.
MF deposit.
Roll the tape. Roll that. Yeah.
Yeah,
sorry.
so like I was saying, like years ago, man, Wichita had some sick rappers. I mean, like some really good local rappers. And
One of my favorite rappers came from fucking KC, dude.
there
Tech
you
9.
go. Yeah, dude.
Jesus.
And
Yeah.
fucking kind of like the live drums started coming, like where rappers were using like live drums. And I knew a couple really good ones, and I don't think they rap anymore, so I'm not gonna give them a plug or anything. But dude, I wanted to fucking like play with them so bad.
Really?
But I would try to write, but Libram, we were just like in our fucking prime. Like
Yeah.
I had no time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that would have been super fun for me. Like I would still maybe be open to do it if I was not as busy. I'm too busy even now. So
Was it just gonna be more like groove stuff,
Yeah, what is
No,
the
I
difference
mean-
between
like Beastie Boys type, like?
no, it was like
this is the
straight
difference
like
between like a
fucking
hip hop
rap.
drummer versus a jazz drummer? Like you said,
I
those
never
were
even
jazz
thought about
drummer
that.
sticks versus like I know what a metal drum kit looks like. It's gonna have like two things on the bass so it can do the d-d-d-d-d-d, and it's gonna be a
Have
lot of
chinas.
cymbals. Probably a lot of cymbals. There's gonna be one that just that's small and it
Yeah.
sounds really like a you know.
Are China cymbals, is that like pretty iconic to metal, like specifically?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
I don't think I've seen them in many other drum kits for other
Yeah,
genres.
maybe not. No.
What
maybe
would
not.
just kind of describe what would be the difference either in kits and like play style between those three genres?
I don't think the kit is a big deal. But just like time signatures.
Okay.
Just the style. It's just a different style. It's like I don't know, like gangster rap and R&B or something. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Or
Like body count? Is that like a...
yeah, I mean that's punky.
Okay.
Like I think like punky hardcore stuff. But Yeah, I mean, that's not going to be like a drastic change from like metal. But jazz is just one of those genres, man. Like jazz and blues.
Yeah.
Like, dude, they're on a different level.
I like playing blues riffs because they're just so different, and I can tell a lot of my favorite metal riffs come from blues. But if I listen to like a jazz riff on a guitar, I am fucked, dude. I'm like, this don't even sound right. I don't even know what the fuck is going on here. They're doing chords that are so entirely different. They're doing, like you said, time signatures that to me sound off. They sound great, but they just sound off, and it's so hard for me to like wrap my head around like the off time shit and the different chords that I've never heard of. Is that kind of the same when it comes to like jazz drumming and metal drumming?
What I think, in my opinion, like jazz and metal and maybe even blues, like especially like the southern rock stuff.
Yeah,
they're all in the same family. They all influence. I think that like metal that's wrote like today is probably like highly influenced by the more intricate stuff.
I was
like
talking to Brain the other day. Have you heard of Archspire?
Oh yeah, they're from Canada.
They're one of my favorite bands. I have one of their T-shirts. Their music, to me, because I started playing a piano, but that was like the first instrument I learned because my mom plays piano and I was in piano lessons, right? And to me, listening to like my mom play like Beethoven and like all the really, really old like composers, when I listen to Archspire, I can hear a lot of the same things from technical metal all the way back to fucking Wolfgang, you know?
Yeah, dude. Like, it's not chaos. Like a lot of, like the untrained ear would probably think, oh, that's chaotic. Yeah. It's like death metal. Like, I think you and I were talking about it. Like, oh man, you can't understand this. You can't understand this. I'm like, but when people listen to it forever, like, you know what I mean? Like, they have a trained ear. Like, you appreciate what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get that.
Mumble rap's kind of like that too. You guys remember when Lifestyle came out and no one could understand that shit?
I love that song, dude.
I do too.
And now when you hear it, you're like, yeah,
Young Thug, dude. I love that shit, dude.
You like shit, lifestyle.
Dude, I don't know.
Understand him now, man. But
I fucking love trap music.
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
Dude, like the ratcheter it is, like, dude, I'm with it.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I'm serious. Like, even if they're not telling the truth, like, they're not telling the truth, but it's still cool to listen to.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Who you fuck with the most, like Gucci Mane or like?
Yeah, dude, I like Gucci Mane.
Pause that.
Yeah.
Pause the show. Sorry, my dogs were fucking screaming.
No,
Trap music. Back to trap music.
Hey, you can't get away.
Gutter
by the
rap.
way.
You fuck with Gucci Mane?
Yeah, dude, I do fuck with the Gucci Mane, but I just fucking, like, I know he's dead, but dude, I just discovered King Von, and I've been listening to King Von like every day.
Dude. He's good.
Like, he's
I haven't
sick,
listened to
dude.
a whole lot of them.
He's a real deal, dude. He's a fucking demon, bro. I don't know if you know anything about him, but yeah.
I like
dude.
him. Like Young Dolph, like out of the new, like, dude, there's so many good new rappers. Like, I listen to more probably like rap and hip hop than I do metal anymore. Just because I play metal. So
Yeah.
I've never been one of those people that are in a box. Like, I want to listen to everything because you can learn something from any.
You get weird
musician.
ideas from
So
shit.
that was
You
one
do,
of the
man.
things I wanted to bring up. Like you were talking about blues being inspiring. Like, dude,
Bro,
my
for
past of strictly blues and jazz, I'm much more in tune in that side than I am in this metal stuff.
Yeah.
But it's gonna help you.
Very in tune, right?
It'll
Like,
help you transfer.
that stuff makes so much more sense in my brain, right? Like I can wrap my brain around blues riffs and time signatures and just everything about the music much better than I can the metal stuff.
Really?
Yeah. Like actually. Like I may not be able to transfer it onto the fretboard like great yet.
You will.
Definitely working on it.
You
right?
will, and it's gonna be fucking brutal. It's gonna sound great.
That's what I'm
Dude.
saying, dude. It's gonna, once you figure it out, it's gonna transfer. Like, you're gonna be a beast.
I hate to pull it away from like the interview, right? But I had an issue when I was way back, right? When I was playing saxophone all those years. I played saxophone for like 7-8 years, you know?
Yeah.
And all of my instructors, conductors, and just people that I was in bands with and stuff, because I was in other bands, right? With my saxophone, quartets and just random like groups and stuff. And we play live shows and all that. But I always had the issue of we'd start writing something like unique, or we'd be playing something of a different random genre, you know, like something real poppy, or for example, polka, which I do not like to play, right? Super random, right?
Okay.
But like random polka stuff, right? Like we'd be in a strange like black tie venue or something, having to play a show, and
Okay.
they'd be like, "Hey, we want to hear some polka stuff," so we'd be learning that, and I'd fucking like revert into bluesy stuff. So like everything that I would do would always slowly turn into like a blues riff, and they were like, "Hey yo, fucking fix it now."
Yeah, what are you
like,
doing?
I had to pull myself out of that hole. You know what I mean?
No, I get that too. I mean,
Yeah.
one of the first scales I learned on guitar, other than the chromatic, was the fucking blues scale. And
Yeah.
until we started this podcast, I was stagnant in that, like a lot.
Yeah.
Which is
You didn't practice a lot before this podcast, dude. I remember before
No.
the podcast started, I come over a couple times to look at guitars.
I'll just get
and play a
drunk
little.
and fuck around.
Dude, it'd be,
Dude,
it'd be
that was
like
that
this.
was
Farming
that was
simulator.
13 years of my life, bro.
What?
Getting fucking hammered and playing music.
I would barely pick a guitar up sober.
Dude, we would have practice in Librium Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and then we'd usually play shows on Saturdays. Or if we wasn't practicing on Fridays, we'd play show Fridays and Saturdays.
Yeah.
Dude, it would be no big deal on a Monday or Wednesday night, have 20 people at the crib at practice, going through like 2 or 3 30-packs in 2 half gallons.
20 people practice?
What
Dude,
the hell?
yeah, dude.
What the
And
fuck?
Still,
Kind of
and
Motley
still,
Crue ass
dude,
fucking-
and still packed shows.
That sounds fun,
That's
dude.
fucking
That
badass.
sounds
Still
so
sold
fucking
shit.
fun.
Do you
It
think
was
that
insane.
20 people
I was like,
in
I'm
the
never
room-
doing that again.
Do you think that 20 people in a room in a party atmosphere hindered the practice?
On a Wednesday, dude, like
What?
it got to the point, dude. It got to the point where like one of our guitar players didn't really drink, but like the rest of us was like, well, if we're gonna be like wasted at shows, we might as well just practice wasted.
Oh,
Like,
Jesus.
Dude,
That's
my
the most
first
metal
show,
thing I've heard.
my first show I ever played was one of the bigger venues in Wichita, and I was 17 years old. The only way I could get in, and I'm not gonna shout they're closed now, but I still won't shoot the name out there. But
Yeah.
so we could play shows when I was 17. That was 20 years ago. So I could drink, right? So I'm like, oh, dude, it's my first show. Maybe it wasn't my first show. It was like first 10 shows.
Yeah, early on.
Yeah. And I get fucking hammered. Dude, I'm playing beyond my kit. Dude, I gotta throw up like right now in the middle of the song. dude.
Oh, my God.
And I'm fucking playing, and I fucking puke, and I looked at this expensive ass fucking kit that I had not had very long, and I gutted that motherfucker and finished the set, bro. That's a true story.
Wow.
Holy shit.
And that's when
Jesus,
I was
dude.
like, I might be built for this shit. But now
It's in
though,
my blood.
but now, dude, like Entropic, dude, like I don't know, man. We keep it pretty fairly sober.
Yeah.
Like practice, we have some beers, like we get a little lit, kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We save it for when we're done, then we get really lit.
Yeah.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
but like when it comes showtime, like I'll drink like 2 beers, 1 beer, and a shot. Take a beer on stage with me with like 2 bottles of water, because we're older now. Like I want to make sure these people that are paying for tickets, like you understand it when been doing it a long time. Like these people came to see you,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's important, you know.
cause like, dude, you go to see one of your favorite bands, and then they just got wasted all day, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, I wonder like how many times that happened to me in my career. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I definitely hear you.
We had one show, maybe we was trying to get sponsored by Jägermeister with Librium, and so we didn't know the tricks of the trade, right?
Okay.
So we're taking pictures with these Jaeger bottles. Like before the show, we were headlining the show. We're just drinking.
Yeah.
And I've always been like a big drinker.
Same.
And so I'm
Same.
drinking. And then I think my wife, we were dating at the time, she's like, man, you need to eat something. Like 2 bands before us. And I was like, yeah, I do. So I go out to the back, and I'm fucking eating. My drum tech, he goes set all my stuff up for me, sound checks for me and everything. Well, they're like, where the fuck's Tyler at? Right?
Mm-hmm.
They fucking
Snacking.
find me on this fucking, in the back seat of this fucking car. Fucking Big Mac and french fries all over me. Had to cancel the show, bro.
Oh,
And
no.
ever since then, I was like, I don't know, dude. I was probably 23. You know what I mean? And I was like, I'm never doing that again.
That had to feel like shit the next day. Dude.
That was a low point.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't kick me out.
Fucking hell.
Dude,
You're the drummer, man. I mean, to be fair, it's a little half expected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a reputation to keep up.
Yeah. What is the reputation with drummers? Why is it like
Dude,
that?
I don't know, man.
What does it mean?
I've
Everybody
always,
says
I've
y'all are
always
late.
fucking partied hard, dude. Fucking when we had a manager, super cool dude. We'd be out on the road or we'd be out playing shows and fucking he'd just be like, why are you always the hardest motherfucker to find? He's like, you're more like my son to get you to fucking set on time or fucking get you to the merch booth or fucking, hey, we got to do this fucking interview. We got to fucking sign some shit. He's like, you're always out fucking around. I was young. I was the youngest person in the band.
Yeah.
Like I was 17 and those guys were like 26, 27, had kids and shit. I didn't.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
So you were
Yeah.
just
I
balls
was
to
just
the
like,
wall.
fucking let's go. You know what I mean? But now, like, I did that for so long, and now I'm the old person. You know what I mean? I'm like 5, 6, 7 years older than the guys now in Entropic, and like just coming out and like my first show back, like a lot of the older musicians that I seen, like for instance, like one of the big name singers in Wichita, super cool dude, super cool guitar player, vocalist. We're like in the fucking smoking area, and he puts his arm around me. He's like, "Hey, motherfuckers!" He's like, "This is a fucking legend in this town." And Wichita was a big city, and I looked at him I'm like, "Dude, you've been around way longer than me." He's like, "I don't fucking care."
Yeah.
He's like, "You're a fucking legend." I'm like, "Dude, I am fucking old now." I was
Wow,
like, "I am
dude.
the old man."
Hey, so is it always like the old man in the group that kind of holds things together?
Not me. I still don't. I'm a little bit more sober. You know, but I'm still having fun. Like
That's
it
interesting.
keeps me young.
Yeah.
Like if you're not having fun, dude. If you're not having fun and you don't want to do it, don't fucking do it.
So it's less of a grind and more of a passion. Yeah.
A labor of love.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say
It's, I mean, obviously it's still
it's
grindy, right?
it's still a grind and
Yeah.
it's still a passion. But like I don't know, I always feel like I got one more run in me. Seriously. Like you know what I mean?
You got one
Yeah.
in the chamber.
I got one in the chamber.
What would you say, like, to kids who are thinking about buying a drum set? How do you even start with the upfront cost? Are there deals you can find? Who do you go to?
I mean, first save up, because no matter what, like even if you're getting them like on, you know, like the trade-in music stores and stuff, like they're still going to be fairly expensive. Like we seen that. I showed you that symbol.
What's
I was
the
like,
number
dude, I've
in
been wanting that ride my
2024?
whole life.
What's the number you think a kid, like a 15-year-old kid that is like, oh man, I wish I could be a drummer. What's the number in 2024 right now
For a good
for
kid
just a super basic kit, something to start them out with?
with hardware and everything, symbols, you're probably looking between probably $600 and $1,000
Okay, so
just to start.
still a grand or under, I guess, for a full starter kit. Obviously, it's
Yeah,
not going to be like super
yeah.
loaded out or nothing, right?
Yeah, like don't go to a fucking music store and be like, "Hey, Tyler from Entropic said I could get this drum set for $800." Like that's not gonna happen.
no,
You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, you
used
might-
gear, finding, hunting, yeah.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you don't like, dude. My first drum set was $150. I mean, that was a long time ago, but you're gonna tear it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I mean, you don't know what you're doing. You're gonna
Yeah.
fucking stab your drum head, and you know what I mean?
Oh shit!
Like I don't know, like because a lot of it's an angle, how you tune it. Like you're
Yeah.
gonna dent them up, and I still tear my shit up sometimes. But yeah, I would
Yeah.
say between like $700, $1,000, but $1,000 probably get you pretty good.
Pretty solid.
Yeah.
Pretty good start. Like you.
I mean,
you'd
that's
be
what
doing
we're
pretty
big on
good.
here. You know, we had a whole segment over it.
Yeah.
A few episodes back, we kind of stopped laying it out there, but
Yeah, we should probably come back.
we should.
sometime.
I think at some point. I think every few episodes we need to bring that back. But
Yeah.
So I
it was
think
big, man.
I
Used
think
gear's huge deals.
in 2005, I bought just the shells. So that's my bass, 2 toms, and a floor tom, and it was $600 just for the drums.
And I mean, that was high quality stuff, though. It's not like it was cheap.
Yeah,
shit we were buying.
it's a 2005 Pearl Export series.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
like
it's only 19 years old now. But
it's still nice though.
yeah,
It cleaned.
it's
It cleaned though.
Hey, instruments last a long
Dude,
fucking time.
I fucking
Yeah.
did all that. That's been on the road with me everywhere. Has a miles on it. Fucking years and years of fucking abuse. And I think I did pretty good because I've never had hard cases.
Shit, I've
What
had
is
mine.
that?
Like
Like the big black boxes?
like you have like a hard guitar case.
Yeah, I don't have any of that.
Yeah,
Oh, I do
You
have one.
But I did all that. I did all that moving around and traveling from bar to bar to fucking city to city and
With soft cases?
with nothing.
Nothing.
Holy shit.
That's fucking
You never
sketch,
dropped it or anything?
Dude, when I first started playing drums, I was hauling that thing, my whole kit around in a '92 Camry.
Oh my god. Whoa. That's what it takes, kids.
Never
It takes
fucking
commitment.
never fucking scratched it.
Listen, man, I
That's
had
sick.
my saxophone is getting close to that 15-year mark.
Yeah.
I've had that thing, and it is in a very pristine condition, you know. But that thing's been in a case the entirety of its life. It was never a hard outside case, you know. It was still soft, but it was like heavy-duty padded foam, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
My God, I remember being a kid toting that thing around like, dude, I was not as careful as I should have been with that thing.
Dude,
All my guitars have chips and shit on it,
Dude,
so I am
same.
not the guy for this
The way I
conversation,
Dude, that saxophone cost more than my first truck.
dude, when I was just loading this little bit of stuff up to come here, I was just seeing all the years. I was like, man, this is my first love. This is like my first girlfriend. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
Like, dude, I take care of it.
You fucking prioritize that shit over your wife's ring.
Well, stop bringing that up. He's going to
That's
get in
crazy.
trouble,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, for
Jesus
real.
Christ.
No, but yeah, the shells are like 600, and then like probably over since 2005, I'm probably easily at 15 grand.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I mean, think about how much money you went through in fucking amps, pedals, guitars, strings, fucking all that shit, you know?
I don't know if I broke like 6.
$6,000. It's still $6,000.
Like I don't know how much
Still
a
a
pack
lot
of
of money.
strings cost, but to
like
like rehead.
$10.
$150,000.
Hold up. Jesus.
So to like to put all new skins on my kit, I think like before I went to the studio back in April, I think for this new EP we're doing, I just replaced the 3 tom heads, and I think it was like $150.
Oh.
Wow.
I remember the first
Tops,
set of strings.
tops, not both sides. That's just for the tops.
Jesus Christ, that's a lot of
Why
money.
would you have to replace the bottom?
Just
What wears on that? Anything? Or is it just from being stretched for so long?
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I don't.
So those
I
last
don't.
a
I don't
shitload
have.
of
I don't have that exact answer. I don't have an accurate answer. For
So they
that.
last just the bottom skin lasts like fucking exponentially longer than the top skin.
Oh,
right?
for sure.
Yeah.
You're not
dude.
hitting the bottom.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why would you?
Yeah, for
why would
sure.
you even have
Yeah.
to replace that? Like,
I remember the first time I restrung my fucking guitar. I was like, you know, I mowed some lawns like you were saying. I got $10. I'm gonna go get some super slinkies. I'm gonna put it on my fucking Strat, and then I'll be able to bend well, and all my dreams will come true. And I fucking start tuning this thing up, right? And I was tensioning the B string, and it fucking snapped in half because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. And so I took my old B string and put it back on.
Oh
dude.
no!
That shit sucked.
For the
That's-
tone. For the tone.
Dude, oh man, I almost cried. I was like 12 years old. I almost cried, dude.
Dude,
Had to
24
go mow
years.
another lawn.
Yeah, dude.
24 years later, and I still hate tuning my drums. Like it's one of the things I hate doing the most.
That's the
hate
same
it.
Strat you're playing on
Yeah,
here in the show.
yeah. Well, not today, but yeah.
Yeah, not today.
Maybe today later, but not today.
Wow.
dude.
Not for Black Star.
I hate tuning my drums.
Did they make like a tuner for them or
Yeah,
anything?
how do you
or-
do
They
that?
make like a tuning key. Yeah, they do have tuners for them, but I can't afford it, you know.
I feel you.
And I don't.
Do they
I
make
don't
like
tune
a
'em to,
note
like, a
sound?
note.
Like, is it like, oh, this bass is an A?
I mean, maybe.
Or is it like, oh, this sounds a little too tight, this sounds a little too loose?
Basically, what I do is I take my rings off, and I lay them flat, and I put my head on it, and I press as hard as I can in the middle until all the cracking stops, because they'll crack, because they'll stretch. So I'll stretch it out
Okay.
before I tune those. Like, I'll put like a lot of my weight on it. And I learned that from, I watched an old All Shall Perish video,
Okay.
and they were in the studio. Well, this guy was fucking standing on his drum head before he
the
put the rings
fuck?
on and tuned them. So I was like, hey, that's got to do something. So I just started doing that. So from talking to other buddy drummers and stuff,
Yeah.
they're like, yeah, what it does is it stretches it.
It's like stretching
a
these
lot.
strings, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, when I put new strings on,
So-
I'll play it a little bit and I'll let it rest for a day and then
And
come
then
back
retune
and
it. Yeah, so I just fucking stretch them. And then
Holy stress, brother.
and so
That'd scare the shit out of me.
yeah, I'm like 220 pounds, bro. And I'm like
a handstand
CPR
on
in
the
this
tom drum?
like pretty much. And then yeah, dude, and then I just kind of tune them around, and then I just tune them by ear and fucking go by each lug and make sure they're all the same. And right when I get them,
Yeah.
I get them. But
It's like that fucking CPR dummy where you fucking have to put your hands together and fucking press on
That's what I
his
do,
chest,
man.
dude.
Yeah, like
God, dude.
it's just like
That would scare the fuck out of me, dude. Drums, I've always been so afraid to like fall into the drum set, you know,
Literally.
because I just feel like everything's just gonna explode.
Oh,
and
the
everybody's
scene in,
gonna
the
fucking
scene in
hate me.
Step Brothers
You wanna
fucking
hear-
stresses me out, all right? When they fucking fighting on the drum kit.
Listen, listen, you want to hear a story?
Yeah.
So we were playing this fucking bar, Librim, way back in the day. Pretty much everything with Librim is gonna be like way back in the day.
Okay.
And I used to always fucking play, and then I would fucking there was a break, and I would stand on my drum throne, and I would turn around and I would moon the whole crowd. Right? People loved it. They would
Oh
go
my
crazy.
God.
They would go crazy. Right?
Yeah.
So we were playing this fucking bar in Wichita called Jerry's.
Okay.
Wasted. Fucking annihilated.
Jack.
I gotta fucking stand up on my drum throne and turn around, and that fucking seat spun. And I
You're
fucking
standing on the seat.
standing on the seat.
Holy shit.
I fucking slip, dude, and I catch my whole right side of my kit. Just fucking smash all of it.
No.
Like smash all the
Dude,
like, the wood
fell
and
so
everything?
hard. If you ever see my throne that I have that I don't play anymore, the fucking one of the pegs, because it's like 3 legs, is bent to this day.
Ate dog shit on the drum.
So hard, and I wasn't even done with my set, bro. You want to talk about embarrassing?
That shit's funny.
Bro,
I bet everybody
my
was
pants were
fucking
still
going
down.
crazy.
Dude.
Oh my
fucking
god,
sick.
you're
I-
making my hands are sweating right now,
Dude, and that was the last
My
time.
hands are
That was
sweating.
the last time I did that. I was
Yeah.
like, dude, I'm not doing it.
Probably don't. Yeah.
And my drums still don't have a scratch.
Had to retire the moon.
The drum survived?
That's
The
fucking
only thing that got fucked up was the one seat leg.
Dude, those things are blessed, dude.
Dude, I'm telling you.
How'd the
Wow.
crowd react? Is everybody just like, what the fuck? Or like, were they laughing at
Dude,
you?
all I remember is like, dude, I am so fucked up, and that really fucking hurt. Like, seriously.
Drum tech's like
Oh,
carrying
dude.
you off.
That's the fucking
I think that was
best.
even before, like, the drum tech days.
Fuck, that's funny, dude.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the
so
shit.
fucking hilarious, dude.
Like, I basically took so much time off of Librium. When I started, or when I got recruited in Entropic, I actually called my own old drum tech, and I told him, I was like, hey, man, these guys are good. You ready to do this shit again? Because back then, like, he had no fucking girlfriend, no fucking job, no nothing. Like, he would just
Yeah.
roll with.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, man, you ready to do this again? And he's like, dude, I have a wife and kids and a job now. He's like, I can't do it again. I was like, okay.
Fuck.
He's like, let me know when you guys play or have practice. I'd love to come check you guys out. But he's like, I can't fucking drum tech for you anymore.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
That sucks, dude.
Leave
Find
him.
another kid.
I'm like,
Leave him.
damn it, I gotta be responsible.
Yeah. Shit. You gotta carry all this stuff. You gotta set it up.
Yeah.
Damn, that's fucking.
That's pretty funny,
That
though.
is wild.
Dude, it's nuts.
The amount of sacrifice always blows my mind.
Dude,
you
so
know.
much.
Yeah,
I,
but- Lean, I
you can't
guess.
tour with a. You can't tour with like a full-time job, dude.
No.
It's
yeah,
not a
you
thing.
can.
You can?
Yeah. If you just
How
say,
does that
"Fuck
work?"
it," I'm taking unpaid days, burn all your vacation, fucking just do it.
Just leave for a month? Like,
Well,
I'll
we
be back.
wouldn't do like month-long tours. We do like long weekend tours.
Yeah.
Like that's why I would call them mini tours, like regional tours. I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, but like the sacrifice, though, dude. Like, I missed a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
Yeah,
I
I
mean?
believe
like
it,
I
yeah.
tell everyone, like we pretty much sold our soul for Liberty for a while.
Yeah.
And like my wife's birthday's in June, so June's like the mid of summer. I think for the first like 8 years we were together, I never even was with her on her birthday.
Fuck.
Like she'd be like, "Are you gonna be on my birthday this weekend?" Like, 'cause we go to the lake and stuff, and I'd be like, "Yeah." And then like 3 weeks or a month before it goes, "Oh man, there's this festival going on. We gotta go play." Every fucking year for like 7 years, and she still stayed with me.
God,
They
you're
don't
like
make
fucking
angels
keep
often.
it,
Dude. Fucking keep
So
it.
I kind of
Christ.
made a fucking commitment. I was like, almost no. I mean, it would have to take a shitload, but dude, I'm not missing my kids, much of my kids, anything, and I'm not gonna miss my wife, me and my
Yeah.
wife shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
You didn't have kids the whole time you were with Librium, no?
No, I had my oldest daughter,
had your
but
oldest
she lived
daughter.
in Minnesota, so
Yeah.
that made it easier music-wise.
Yeah. No, I feel you.
What's the
Jesus, man, you've had a fucking long road, dude.
Dude, a long road, a lot of beers, a lot of fucking people. A lot
Lot
of
of shows.
Dude, fucking
20 years of this shit. I mean,
fucking-
that's crazy.
A lot of late nights.
a lot of late nights, and that's like when I was getting recruited in Tropic. I didn't know who they were, and they're just like, "Are you ready to come out of retirement?" And I'm like, "No." I told my guitar player no like 3 times,
Mm-hmm.
and then I talked to my buddy that's in another real big sick band in Wichita. I'll go ahead and shout them out. They're called Suffocate the Skies. They're all my buddies. They're fucking super sick dudes. I went to high school with the drummer, and the guitar player is like one of my best friends.
Oh, yeah.
And so I called him and I said, "Hey, dude, who the fuck is this guy?" And he's like, "Oh, Bobby." And I said, "Yeah, dude. Oh, dude, check out his shit." You know what I mean? So I went and checked him out, dude, and they fucking like I didn't take my kit with me or nothing. And they're like, "Yeah, you got the job. You got it if you want it." And I was like, "Hold the fuck up." I'm like, "How do you guys even know who I am?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Dude, we know who you are. Like, we followed you on YouTube. Like, we've been to a couple of your shows." Like, I was like, "I haven't played my drums in like a year and a half." They're like, "We don't care."
Holy shit, they didn't audition you at all?
No.
They're just like, we know who you are. You're in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the guy.
Wow.
At this point, were you still like a hard sell? We were like, I don't know if I want to fucking pick them up.
No, I
again.
was nervous. Fucking nervous.
Really?
Yeah, dude, because I haven't played my drums. Like, and these guys are fucking sick with it, bro. And so I get home, my wife's like, "How'd it go?" And I was like, "It went good. They said I'm in if I won." And she's like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude." She's like, "What are you gonna do?" I was like, "Well, I guess I'm gonna start practicing tomorrow."
Yeah,
You
you,
know what I
better
mean? So
fire up the old
basically
cherry
they
again,
sent
dude.
me like 3 tracks, and I said, "Give me 3 weeks." And I had one song completely done to my standards.
One
you
of
know.
their songs.
One of their
Yeah,
songs.
yeah.
Like, I wrote it. They said, "Do whatever you want to it." So I did, and the first experience with those guys, man, we played through that whole first song without even stopping.
No shit.
Wow.
Yeah, and like I kind of
Whoa.
stopped. Like, when it was over, it was kind of quiet, and I was like really fucking nervous. And I was like, "What do you guys think?" They're like, "Dude, you're fucking sick. Do whatever you want to any of our stuff."
Oh, man, the
And I was
planets
like,
aligned.
"Fucking sick, dude." And it's been history, dude.
Yeah.
These
How
guys
long
are
have
so
you been
fucking
with
cool.
Entropic? How long has that project been going on?
So, we started a year ago in April, so we'll call it a year and a half. But since we've all kind of been in bands before, we were like, "Hey," and when I first came out, I was kind of keeping it secret. Like, I didn't really want anyone to know that I was coming back and everything like that. So no one really knew until we played our first show.
Oh, shit.
Like, no other there was
Wow.
like
Yeah.
Suffocate the Skies. Those guys knew.
Mm-hmm.
And but other than that, any Wichita musician, they never knew I was coming back. Like, my close buddies knew I was coming back. So basically, we started jamming in April. We're like, let's get our shit tight, let's get our shit together, and we played our first show in January. So that's how long we took before we played our first show.
Yeah. It takes that much dedication,
And then we played
I guess.
4 or 5 shows, and then we found out I was moving to Oklahoma. And then we were like, okay, how long do we have till I moved to Oklahoma? And it was like 2 or 3 months. Like, let's get in the studio like next week before you leave. So that's what we did. Like, we was grinding, and fucking, once again, my wife was a fucking soldier, getting all the house together and the realtors and everything while I was in the studio.
I mean, you had to do it while the
Trying to
fucking
do
iron's
this fucking
hot, right?
trying to do this fucking EP
Yeah.
while she was pretty much adulting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was
They
having
don't make
fucking-
angels often.
For
Yeah, I was
real.
fucking.
Jesus, man.
Yeah, I was.
It's amazing.
But we got it done though. Like,
Sounds like your wife literally made all these bands happen. If I'm being totally
the
honest,
first one. I mean, it was easy without kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But this one, she's really made a lot of sacrifices.
Yeah.
That's
You know what I
fucking amazing. That's
Wow.
great.
Yeah, that's how you know, dude.
Yeah.
Hey,
We've been
yeah.
together for
Yeah,
fucking
you want to know if a
Are you
girl loves you?
supportive?
Join a band.
Are you supportive or are you
We-
like really supportive?
We've been together for 18 years, man.
That's
Wow.
fucking awesome, man.
Yeah.
Shit,
You don't
dude.
hear that often either.
And
Yeah.
she's the one that wanted me to join a band again.
Wow.
Like, I wasn't really missing it. like, but she's like, she was missing it, and like our middle daughter really is musical, so like she remembers it when I was in a band. So
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I guess I'll go do it. Now I'm like fucking locked in. Like I'm like,
Yeah. You feel like you're just
Like-
on the hunt right now?
yeah, dude. I feel like I'm
Hell
just like
yeah.
fucking just
Primed.
yeah. It's like
Yeah.
a kid on Christmas Eve or something. Like
Yeah,
every
sick.
day
That's
musically.
fucking sick.
So
Musically,
do you guys have you have an EP out? Yeah, with Entropic?
no,
No?
not
Coming
yet.
out?
The single,
Coming soon.
I think I don't have the date, but we should be dropping it this month.
Okay.
As far as
debut
the,
it. We should put it on
as
there.
far as
Put
as
it on
far as the
pod.
Well, shout it out.
four song, I don't know. I don't have that answer.
Okay.
But like I said, you can get shirts and everything like that.
Yeah.
So
What kind of information you want to drop about Entropic? What kind of cool stuff's happening? What's in the works? What's about to come out?
we're still writing new stuff. We still don't really know when we're gonna start playing out again, but we're definitely gonna tap in hard in Oklahoma City. We're gonna still keep playing in Wichita.
Yeah.
Um,
It's your roots, brother.
yeah, dude. Like,
Yeah.
we're still always gonna be based out of Wichita.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, when we come play Oklahoma City or whatever, like, Wichita death metal. Like, you know what I mean? It's not
Yeah,
gonna be
for
like
sure.
fucking. But yeah, we just got this 4-song coming out. I don't know when the single should be released this month. It should be. We got merch, shirts, and stuff like that.
Fuck yeah, dude.
On Facebook. Should just be able to go to the search bar and type in Entropic, and it'll pull up all the hyperlinks to like our TikTok and Instagram and stuff.
We'll tag everything in the
We'll link it in the description.
yeah,
For sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Any other questions before we wrap this up and Ty fires off this drum set inside the studio?
This is a tight studio, y'all. This is going to be fun.
It's gonna be sick.
I'm probably not gonna play nothing structured. I'll probably just play like super fast.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
just
I gotta-
fucking light it up real
yeah.
quick for
we'll
everybody
do
to
something.
hear.
I
We're
actually
excited.
have a question.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when it comes to like, I don't know how involved you've been in like the core writing processes. Like, do you feel like it's better to have like the whole band giving input into a track, or are you more of a let everyone play their role kind of guy?
So, in both bands, we were very like individuals.
Got it.
So we don't like to put a label on like a rhythm and a lead, especially not in Entropic. So basically, how the writing process goes is they write their guitar tracks, and if I don't like something, I'll say something, which hasn't happened yet
Yeah.
because these guys are sick as fuck.
Yeah,
And
you're on the same page,
dude,
kinda
and they let me do whatever I want, and sometimes they'll be like, hey man, this part's slower or this part's faster. But a lot of times I might have a couple different like variances wrote, like 3 different things. Well, I'll play like, so if they have like one riff and I'm not exactly sure what I like, I'll write like 3 things to it, and then I'm like, what do you guys like? And then if
Yeah.
whatever they like, we'll try all 3 and just see what fits better while we're
Yeah.
jamming.
y'all got that like mutual respect, so it's like, you know.
Yeah, dude, we're all fucking adults. We're all fucking musicians that's been doing it for a long time. So there's no point in being like, hey, this is how it has to be done.
Yeah.
Only
yeah.
the lead guitarist writes the songs. You guys just
Right.
getting fucking live.
But
Just
yeah,
shut up
dude.
and play.
Like, okay, Hitler.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, no. I mean, we're fucking open, dude. Like, it's sick. It's super sick.
That's badass.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I got
I'm
a
stoked.
random question. Were you in a band before Librium?
Yes.
Hmm.
I was. So
You ain't got to shout the
Yeah,
name out or nothing.
you don't
if
got to
have
expand
to,
on that if you don't want to.
no, it was. I mean, high school, like 14, 15 years old. Me and one other guitar player, we were playing like Tool and Metallica covers, and we had originals and shit. And we were through like these basement shows in his mom's basement,
dude. Yeah.
That's cool.
and it was super
Sick.
sick. And then I played in a couple other bands in Wichita during Librium, but I didn't have time to. I didn't have time to do 2 bands because
Yeah.
Librium was so in their prime. So I just kind of was like, do I want to do this or do I want to do Librium? So then I just picked Librium.
Yeah.
And so I was in like 2 different bands, help jam with them and get them started. And then I filled in drums for a couple of shows with another band. So, I mean, I've played with a lot of musicians.
I got you. Yeah, I guess that was my general question, right? Was if you played with more than just these couple of bands, you know?
Yeah, dude. Like, I jam with my buddy all the like, used to when I was living there, jammed with him all the time. But even when I get my stuff that I'm building here, he's still like, when I come, I'm gonna bring my guitar and amp. But dude, he's in a fucking sick metal band.
Yeah.
Like, we just do it because we're fucking pretty much like brothers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, you know what I mean? Just to see what we can do.
That's a
fuck
great
around.
attitude to have about
That's
it,
cool.
though, too. Honestly, you know,
It's not like,
like
I'm in this band, I can't do anything else.
don't fucking talk to me.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, man.
Well, like I said, dude, the more you expand your like musical horizons, like the more you're gonna learn.
Yeah.
And that's from jamming with different people.
Yeah.
Like, it might work, it might not work out, but
Yeah.
you're gonna learn something out of it. You're gonna learn either what you like or you don't like.
True.
But no, this fucking Entropic, like, these group of guys are fucking sick with it, bro. Like,
Well,
we
we're
were
definitely
fucking
really excited,
Gotta have it.
man.
Gotta play a show around here soon, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's
Whenever
We're
they
talking about
come
it.
up for a show, we'll shout it out for sure. Whenever they come this direction,
you're gonna have to go, man.
we'll be there.
I'll put 100
like
aside
guaranteed.
for the merch table, dude. I got you, bro. I'm on it.
Hell yeah, dude.
We might need someone to run our merch table.
Honestly,
I mean, seriously, because I don't know.
I got a little
I'd be
cashier
good at that. I don't
experience.
get- I don't get crazy.
We'll talk about that
Yeah.
off air. Hey, we don't
Yeah.
talk money on
Anyway.
it. Jesus Christ.
sick, dude.
We're really excited. We can't wait for the EP to drop.
It'll be posted the second it does. It'll be in the description of this episode
For
or
sure.
of an episode. So
When it
Yeah,
drops,
dude,
come
maybe,
back, dude.
Maybe when you drop, dude, like, we could fit 2 more people in here.
We could.
I think we could.
I think we
absolutely.
could stuff more people. Maybe not with another.
Not with,
Maybe not
drum
with
set.
not with equipment, but
We did the,
for
we
an
did
interview.
the fine and we did the little cobalt out
For
of the
sure,
closet,
yeah.
We good
Yeah.
to go.
Like
drop
I
the
said-
EP and we'll do a sick interview.
Hell yeah, man. Like I said, you're always welcome.
Yeah.
Thanks for
dude,
showing up. Thanks for your
super
time.
sick.
Thanks
Super
for
sick.
giving us your time and your stories and all that. And we're super excited to hear you jam. Anything you have to tell the people?
No, I mean, I'm just fucking ready to start playing shows again, dude. I'm ready to.
Already.
We haven't played a show since fucking February or March. So, like, I think in Tropic, like, we're itching to get back out. We got a lot of stuff in the works, man. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We got a lot of things we're trying to iron out.
Good
Sick.
shit, man. Good to hear.
Well,
Thanks for listening. Shout out. Sorry, I just cut you off
You're
for like
good,
a
dude.
4th fucking time in a row. My bad, dog. Thanks for
okay.
listening. I wanted to fucking shout out Crosion for the artwork.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Crosion. Dude, this dude's fucking killing it
Every
with the
fucking
artwork.
week, dude.
God,
We'll see
it's
him
so
next
sick.
week.
Yeah,
See him next
he'll
week.
be on
See
the
him
next
next
episode.
week.
Y'all stick around.
Super stoked to meet him.
We're gonna put so like I said, we'll link Entropic stuff so you can hear Tyler on the drums and the rest of his band. We'll link that in the episode description here, but we'll also probably post that on our Twitter. I'd assume. Yeah, we'll post something
will.
on there.
Oh, yeah.
we
yeah,
have an Instagram also, so you guys can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you
Whatever
guys have
you
a
got.
Twitter?
We'll
I don't
post a
know.
link to their Facebook.
Okay, fair
on,
enough. Fair enough.
We'll be
Or
all
on
right.
X.
X.
But
Now on Pornhub.
yeah,
I'm not
Shut
the
up.
technical guy in the band. I just bang on shit.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
that's
That's fair. That's fair.
That's sick. Yeah, if you guys aren't already, follow us on the Twitter, and there will be tons of information on there about local shows to us. And then, if you want to link other shows, hit us up.
Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Apple,
Spotify.
Spotify, of course. And thank you
Facebook?
much.
We got Facebook?
Yeah, we got Facebook.
Hell yeah.
It sucks.
All right.